Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy V, the 4-job Fiesta for T&V Small Critter Rescue. Let's finish off this pyramid finally. Just have a few more floors to go. This floor we gotta be careful that we don't fall down. We're gonna fall down later, but we want to try to avoid falling down. And then if we need to fall down, if we don't fall down by accident, then we can fall down on purpose. So we made it through safely. And we have to come grab this treasure here. One treasure is going to be some stuff, the other one's going to be guarded by a monster in the box. Same with the treasures on the other side, but we have to take the other passageway up. So we'll have to go back down to the next floor, or the previous floor. But first we're going to fall down, because there's some treasure that we didn't get, that we locked behind some doors. They're similar to earlier in the level, where there were doors that we couldn't open from the side that we were on. You had to open them from the back, and the only way to get to the back is by falling through the hole. So just gonna come down here. It doesn't matter which one of these holes we fall into. We just walk into one, dunk. Then we end up in this center room here, and we're going to grab a bunch of treasure here, including that earth hammer that I talked about with the thornlet, the glitch with the thornlet, and Faris is a berserker. We're going to grab that then a little bit. We want to grab this these hidden treasures back here real quick. There's another one over here. We just gotta find our way down. There we go. Yeah, thieves with the hidden passageway. We're able to see where we're going, but once again we don't have a thief, so someone's just gonna stumble around, bump our head into the wall. But luckily it's not too complex. And there's this hammer. This chest is gonna have that earth hammer. Totally useless for us, but like I said, if you have a berserker, you might want to use that underflow glitch with Faris and the thornlet. So, yeah, all these battles, you've seen them so many times. I'm just going to, like I said, fast forward. So, 3 times the speed. Even with 3 times the speed, these episodes are still a little bit long. So, here we go. Good loot to sell later on. Yeah, that earth hammer is probably then better than the, because of that underflow glitch, probably turns out better than the rune axe, which is the sealed weapon, legendary sealed weapon. There's actually another axe in the 4th elemental dungeon that actually has higher attack power than the rune axe. But the rune axe uses some magic, some of the magic points to increase the attack power. Berserker doesn't have a lot of magic points, but everybody has some magic points. Oh, I should say Berserkers don't have any use for magic points. They don't have use for any commands, because all they do is straight up attack. As a bonus, though, they do get, they have a chance to have 50% higher attack when they do damage. Added to most hammers and axes have a chance to ignore defense. So you see, if you step on that little lighter tile, you slide down. And here we're back at the tablet area, but there's no way to get back up, so I'm just going to off-screen, getting outside the pyramid. And now we can head up to the 2nd elemental dungeon. First one is totally cleared. And we know what the 2nd elemental dungeon is. We got a little bit of a clue from the scholars at the Cruzar Castle. They said to the west of Tycoon, and then some people in Castle Baal said that where the big bridge is, there's now a shrine. So this shrine used to be surrounded by entirely in mountains in T&V's world. Now the big bridge and the worlds are merged. The big bridge takes us right here to this place, so we can finally get into it. So we couldn't get to this place by boat in T&V's world because, like I said, it's surrounded by mountains. And like the Earth Elemental Dungeon, that first one that went through the pyramid, this one is also going to be guarded by gargoyles. All of them will be guarded by gargoyles. I have a little bit easier time with this one, though, finishing this group off. Get quite a few gale cuts at the beginning, but now I'm getting all these like sonic booms. It's not really good, but I'm just watching who gets hit, and then just trying to keep them pretty much at the same hit point totals. So that way when one finally gets defeated, I can, the other one will only take like 1 hit to finish off. Just keep track of things. So Gale Cut. And there we go, finish it off. Perfect, and we got 10 ability points. And we open the second door. One is an island shrine protected by the wind. This is going to be like the steamship. There's going to be a lot of those air passage tunnels that we have to walk through, and switches. And it's a small dungeon, but it makes it feels bigger than it is because you'll see in the gimmick room that's coming up is there's a bunch of switches. There's 2 switches, and depending on the way you switch the switches, will take you to different rooms. So there's 4 different rooms that you can go to, including the one that you're coming from. So got a hidden passageway there. Thieves are pretty good for this area because there's a lot of hidden passages. Geomancer is also pretty good because in one floor there's a bunch of trapped holes, and if you don't avoid them, you're gonna obviously fall down them and have to backtrack. So there's 2 treasure chests in this room that are like hidden in the walls. They're often ones that are forgotten when going for the 100%. Oh, we'll get them. There's one on each side, basically stuck in the corner. So we go into this room, we hit the switch on the right, and then we hit the switch then on the left. That'll take us to the next place. Now they're both down. Hop on here again. This will take us to a different room, and then we come back. We just have to hit the switch on the right, and that'll lead us forward. Bunch of money. Heal ourselves up here. TNV is almost ready to master that white mage job. I actually will end up mastering it off screen. So yeah, I just when I actually finish saving this game, I realized that hey, I'm two ability points away from mastering it. Might as well master it between, that way you don't have to see me switching jobs. I'm skipping that treasure chest for now, because that treasure chest has 2 different potential monsters that can be in it. Now, they're not in the bestiary because they're a one-time appearance monster only. So I'm just going to show off both of them, so I'm going to make a save here in this room coming up. And then that way I can get one of the monsters and then just start and keep playing until I get the second one. So this guy has a lot of hit points, as you can see. And unfortunately, every single time that it seems like every single time Faris is attacking, she's causing the earthquake to happen. And he's immune to earthquake because he's flying. We don't want to have him with the tempting tango because one of the things that he does is he uses the breath wing, which takes off 1/4 of your character's max hit points. And this guy absorbs wind, so that way we're not. That's one of the reasons why we're not really using terrain, because Gale Cut and Gust would heal him. And we don't want the tempting tango because then he'll use the breath wing on himself and basically he'll restore all that hit points. So each time he uses the tempting, if he uses breath wing on himself, he'll get 8,000 hit points and some hit points back. So undoes all your thing. I'm fast forwarding this because this guy has way too many hit points. So there's quite a few monsters in this world, especially in the sea, that have way too many hit points. But he has no elemental weakness to exploit. So. Yeah. So like I said, we're going to make our save here. Luckily there's another save later on in the dungeon. Man, I'm really going to go through cabins here. So, that's okay, we got to buy a bunch of cabins later anyway, and next time we go to a shop, we're going to buy a bunch of soft potions too. We pretty much used all of them up with the statues. So I'm going to head back here, and we'll get both of the enemies. So, first time we run into this invisible ninja. So he's kind of annoying because after you deal a bunch of damage to him, he casts the image spell on himself. And unlike the most image spells, where it basically creates like 2 duplicates of him, and the duplicate disappears though when you hit him, so you miss your next 2 physical attacks. These duplicates basically create like 2 clones of himself. So it's not really image, it's more like clone. So now we're basically dealing with 3 invisibles. That's why sometimes you're seeing them attack twice in a row. The shadow will change as we defeat different ones. So right now you see the red shadow. We'll eventually defeat that one, and then the black shadow will appear. But this is where we hope we were going to be getting a bunch of sword dances from Cara, but he's not doing it. So totally useless, but it'd be nice when we get that equipment that allows the sword dance to happen more frequently. To 50%, because you get one of the dances will be replaced by sword dance, depending on which piece of equipment you get. So, well, you finally finished them off, and we get the Rising Sun. It's a boomerang, but we're just gonna reset the game, go back to the save point here, and I had to do this a few times to get the right monster. But luckily, what you can do is you can open the box, and if it's not the monster you want, you can just run away. So I got the ninja here again, don't want to fight him, I can run away, and I can try again, and once again get the ninja. So it looks like I'm stuck in a RNG loop, so I'm going to have to do something to burn up an RNG. So I'll just walk around a little bit here, and see if that works, and luckily it does. So we got the Pantera enemy. This guy's actually probably harder than the ninja, because he uses the blaster spell. The problem with the blaster spells, it can instantly defeat a character, and yeah, he'll also image himself like the ninja did. But unlike the ninja image, 2 of them are fake and 1 is real. But luckily, the real one doesn't change. So we just hit once we hit the right one, we know. Yep, we're gonna focus on that one forever. So yep, we just have to finish that one off. And then once we defeat the real one, then the clones will just run away. Oh yeah, there's that evil blaster spell. Like I said, with all 3 of them out there, you can cast blaster 3 times in a row. And what you call it? Sometimes blaster, like I said, can instantly defeat your character. Sometimes it just paralyzes them. We got like it just paralyzed Cara there. Yeah, once you defeat the real one, the images run away. Gotten these 2 enemies. So, like I said, they're not in the best area even in the Game Boy Advance version. So, yeah, you don't necessarily, if you're going for like 100% best area, those guys ain't in it, so you don't have to worry about, you know, farming them like that. You don't think count on them both and do like I did there. So, yeah, waste another cabin here, and like I said, we'll waste another one. But we got another save point later on, so it's nice because the boss of this dungeon can be pretty tricky. I guess that ninja, the invisible, and the Pantera are kind of clues or a little preview of what the boss is going to be. The boss of this dungeon is going to split himself into 4 forms, and only one of them is real. If you hit one of the fake forms, then it counters with like a blizzard attack. So we're going to want to have Lenna, or whoever's on Magic Knight, with the ice shield, because that'll prevent the blizzard from dealing damage to them. And also give somebody the core ring, because that'll help mitigate damage as well. Got some new enemies here. We get their stats up as soon as we clear out a few more. Like those Gargoyle enemies. We ran into a bunch of similar type enemies in Extet's Castle. I am so lucky that Faris didn't have Quake appear when she used that bell. Yeah, the sad thing is, like, nobody really weak to hit Faris and get her out of that confuse. So, if I had the healing staff still, I'd be able to use that to hit a character and bring them out of the confuse, and it doesn't take any hit points off of them. But we end up getting rid of that staff. Tier 3 is just so much better. We'll never really run out of magic points, especially with that gold hairpin that we got. So finish that one off. And this treasure chest up here can be guarded by 1 of 2 different enemies, so it's just like that other one. One of the enemies is the machine heads that we ran into in the pyramid. And the other one would be the prototype enemies that we couldn't defeat in the first world because we didn't have enough. We didn't have anything strong enough to pierce their defense. But now if we run into them now with the chicken knife and all the third level spells we have, it wouldn't be a problem to take out one of those prototypes. Yeah, it's not hard to take out the machine heads either. Just use your Bolt 3 sword, finish it off. Yeah, we get a guard lane. Yeah, I got another one of them in the pyramid. What that does is it casts the regen spell on whoever's wearing it. So you'll see them gaining hit points back. Like, you know, we've about like 2 dozen or so, like 20 to 30 or so. Doesn't heal a lot, but it constantly is healing, so it is nice. Another new enemy here, the Shadow Dancer. They have quite a few status effects they can use. Like they use like this sword slap, which paralyzes an enemy. That's an actual ability that the samurai gets. There's also this high kick ability that I think puts a character to sleep, so they can be quite annoying. I don't think that works because she has the ribbon equipped. But I think it does inflict some sort of status ailment. So the ribbons are good because they keep those status ailments from working on you. And then we got the Sword Dance, Shadow Dancer. No challenge for the Sword Dancer. Heal ourselves up here. TV, like I said, it's almost it's going to be 2 points away from maxing out the job, so I'm actually going to, I noticed that when I save the game, I actually go back and get those 2 things so that way I can change up everyone's job, or most people's jobs, between episodes. So things will look a little different when I start the next episode. I have one from the save, but it's not a big thing. Walk around here. And this floor that we got coming up here, beyond this floor, is where we are useful, where a Geomancer is useful, for because there's a bunch of trap tiles here. Basically, to avoid the trap tiles, you don't want to grab the treasures head on. You kind of want to grab them from the side, because the floor in front of the treasure chest is just like a pit tile, and you'll fall down, and you'll end up in a floor, and it's easy to get out of that floor though. There's stairways on the right and the left, and they take you up to the side. I'll show that off as I'm leaving the temple, but we'll do that in the next episode. We only have 1 more floor to go, so luckily, like I said, they give us a save point here, because we do have a tricky boss coming up, so, and we'll see that tricky boss and finish collecting the rest of the treasures in this temple, and get the second tablet, all in our next episode. Take care, thanks for following along, have a good day. Bye!